Hi there, welcome to week 2 of Boba painting. Today I'm going to take you through all the paintings I've done to date. The first one was the first lesson with Martina. It is a pomegranate. It's what she has her students do for their first painting every time. While they seem deceptively simple, they're a little more complicated than at first glance. They are not perfect circles, they're polygons, and the subject matter requires you to use every color in the palette that we use. And it also forces us to make black because we don't own any black, we don't use black, we mix it all ourselves. So for a first painting, I was pretty happy. You can tell it's a pomegranate. And I will mention that you will see lots of pomegranates because this first painting is what gave me a lot of confidence to move forward. And so anytime I needed to do something quick and easy, even today, I might go and paint another pomegranate because they're fun and they're cute. The second painting is up here, and that is a painting of a desert. I really didn't care for it, so I've already painted over it. My third painting is this painting of a woman standing on a chair. I found the photograph on Pinterest. What I was trying to see if I could do was if I could paint fabric and create that lustrous texture, which, you know what, I was very happy with. Considering I was in my first week and my third painting, I thought this was successful for what I was aiming for. Painting number 4 is actually a painting I did of my niece, Catherine, my sister's youngest, who let me take tons of photos of her while I was there that she knows I'm going to be using for reference to practice my figure and portrait paintings. And it was done in acrylic, so it would dry quickly before I left. And she liked it enough that she asked to keep it, which I was very flattered and obviously was happy to give her. And that one is right here. Painting number 5 is this pomegranate that I did when our friend Colleen joined the group. Painting number 6, also a pomegranate. Now this one actually painted over sunset. I've been numbering all of my paintings with the date and when I've done them. So number 6, photo from Pinterest. Not the most exciting photo, but honestly, the photo it was pretty plain like this. And I was happy with, getting more detail in the crown and the shadowing and the highlights. Painting number 7 is an eye. This is Martina's traditional second subject for her students. And this is my niece Sophie's eye. She's got beautiful multicolored eyes. And I really enjoyed this because it showed me that I could do detailed features on a face, which is what I'm really interested in doing, while not giving you all the pressure of doing a whole face, because when you do a whole face, it's not just the features, but they have to be in the correct place in relation to each other. Number 8, another pomegranate, this time on a dark background and with a little bit of a cut piece on the side. Painting number 9, another pomegranate. This is when my daughter joined the class, and this was the one she picked, and I have a habit of joining the newbies when they're doing their first painting during a lesson, because it's always good practice and, it's fun to do something with someone else. Another pomegranate. I think I did this one on my own. I never liked this one. I think it looks like a tomato, but learned a little more about how to paint fabric, all part of the journey. Number 11, this is an important one for me because it was my first real portrait. And it is Catherine, again, from the photos that I took while I was in Tunisia. And what I learned from this is that it's really difficult to paint a portrait on something this small. This is only 6 by 8. And to get in and paint the details of her eyes was really hard to do because look how tiny they are compared to my finger. Like using tiny brush, I still had trouble giving a lot of detail. So overall I was happy with what I learned from this painting, and I like the way oil looks for when you paint skin, but it's not perfect. It's gonna take a while before I say anything looks perfect, I think, but I'm happy with it again. The next one is another pomegranate. This is when I was still learning and I would get anxious or eager to do more between lessons. And so I would go to what was easy for me to do on my own. And this is another photo from Pinterest. I did 2 of them. The other one's over here. I sold the other one. And this one is in oil and this one is in acrylic. And they actually were the same color when I first finished them. But the oil has kind of turned more green, more warm over time. And you can see the difference in the texture between the two because the oil kind of has this more blended finish of the colors. And the acrylic, it's more like the colors got brushed on top of layers, which is literally how you do acrylic versus oil. I should mention really quickly that Martina usually teaches her students with acrylics first, but I showed up with oils and she accommodates that, obviously. But because of her teaching style and what I hear her tell her other students, I have also added acrylics and I kind of go back and forth. I'm trying to focus more on oil, but when I travel, I like to bring acrylics because they dry quickly and are, more portable because of that. Number 13 is this painting I did of the sort of Birds Walk area in Bodega Bay at Doran Beach. It's one of my favorite places. It's from a photo I took. I think it looks better from further away. It's not meant to be looked up close. But it was my first landscape, and I liked how it turned out. Really quickly wanted to add this painting that I forgot to record. It's a swimmer from an image on Pinterest. I did it in acrylic, and it has many layers of paint in order to give this moody effect, including an all-over clear orange wash. Overall, I thought it was pretty successful and, another exploration into something different. The next painting I did was an oil of a night scene of a pool. I really like this painting. It's more in the style of what I think I want to do. And I was very happy with how my uplit trees turned out. And again, it has like the mood and feeling of what I'd like to be painting. Next was another oil painting, another landscape, my second one. And this was a photograph I had taken from the car up in northern Sonoma a few years ago. It's at sunset, there's fog rolling in. It's kind of blurry because that's how it was when we were driving by. And overall, I was happy with how I was able to get this lighting correct. There's always room for improvement, but I look for what I've learned in a piece. This next painting is an acrylic that I did using an existing painting as a reference. I looked up on Pinterest, found a painting of a different style from mine to kind of force me to try something different. And so this is not my original work at all. I will credit who painted it on here. But again, it was to make me paint faster in a different style. And, I kind of thought it was really cute. Again, cannot take credit for it. It's a copy, not exact, but you could recognize it from the original. Next, I have this painting in acrylic again of a field in my mom's hometown in the province of Quebec. The town's called Saint Rene. There's about 700 people who live there, and they can tell you who this shed belongs to. I don't know because I only visit, but they all know. Next is another acrylic painting of a Northern California hillside. I was trying to see if I could figure out how to do that velvety finish of the grass in the spring here, which I think I achieved. And again, learning process. Next is painting number 21. This is something I started while on a trip to Shasta for the weekend to see my niece in her triathlon. And it's acrylic. I learned a few things from this painting. One is this color is almost impossible to create and paint. I don't know what it is about fuchsia, but it just doesn't quite come through. And I had about 5 different shades that tried to achieve that, and it just never 100% worked for me. But I was very happy with how I managed to paint the silver vase using very little strokes. So that was satisfying. Next, I painted this geranium. This is oil instead. I was sort of in a flower phase. It has a very different effect being oil. Also, it's a very different subject than the last one, much lighter and different. It's okay, don't love it, but again, part of my learning process, you're gonna hear me say that a lot as I test different styles and materials and techniques out and subject matter, as I figure out what my voice is, what my style is, what I wanna be doing. Number 23, I did a series of paintings while I visited my parents in Florida in September. And so these are in acrylic because that's easier to travel with. And this is obviously some orange slices. And I was happy with how I was able to render the transparency, the translucency of the edge of the orange slice there. And I like bright colors, so that was fun. Then I did a pear. I was in my parents' kitchen when I was painting these, so I think food was on the mind. Also in acrylic. It was fun to try to create different textures. 25. Oh, another pomegranate. But this time, this is a pomegranate that I picked from our neighbor's tree and I placed on the edge of our little fountain in our backyard, and I took the photo. And I painted this one really quickly. I did it in like less than an hour and a half, start to finish. So that made me happy. I'm trying to see if I can achieve a good result when I'm also going fast. It's another pomegranate. It's actually the same one on the same fountain from a different angle with the camera. You can see them side by side. And I also did this one really quickly. Same pomegranate, but this one's on the buffet in the dining room. Little bowl next to it. And then I wanted to do something big and bright, so I went back to that old pomegranate that I did, but this time I flipped it. I just flipped the image so it was a little bit different. And this one's an acrylic, so you get that sort of dry brush technique on the top. Like I said, I'm kind of going back and forth with what do I like better, acrylic or oil? I think oil, but maybe it'll depend on the subject. We'll see. This next piece is my second portrait of Catherine. And I also started this one while I was in Florida, so it is also acrylic. I was happy that right away people knew it was her. It did take me almost 2 months to finish because getting the details right on her face took a really long time. But I am happy overall with the effect it has. You know, I'm gonna get better, obviously. It's not obviously like a photograph. I'm not aiming for picture perfect, but yeah, I think it turned out pretty well considering it was acrylic. I tend to like the glow of oil better in a portrait, but I think it looks good. And I also was happy again with being able to create the ruffles or whatever you call them in her dress. Next painting I did is of my other niece, Olympia. Olympia kindly swam kind of like a mermaid for me. I videoed it and then did screen grabs to create this. And I like the way it looks. I'm really satisfied with how I did with the water, the bubbles, all that, and capturing the interesting lighting on her body. One of the biggest things I learned from this is that capturing a body in water is so much harder than on land because you get in positions we don't normally see. So while I've sketched people a lot throughout my life, I've never sketched people underwater. You know, someone sitting down looks very different than someone that's kind of arching in different ways in the water. So the next time I do one of these, I'm gonna give myself more of a grid to work within so that I can figure out exactly how her body is positioned a little faster. Because this one I just have the basic 4 grid. That's how I start with all of these. I did this pomegranate in a Tunisian bowl. It was sold, so I don't have it anymore, but it was oil, and I did it in about 2 sessions, which is relatively quick for oil. My next painting is a very personal one. It's oil. It's of my grandparents' house. It's the house my mother was born in. It's in that town of Saint Rene in Canada. And very many happy memories there with my siblings and my cousins, the best food, the best time running around. And I think this photo was probably taken before I was around because I don't ever remember seeing the field without houses in it back there. But it was using a little snapshot from like the 60s that I painted this. So, you know, not a ton of detail, but anybody who knows the house will recognize it, which is what matters in the painting like this. The last 2 paintings, other than the 3 that I have in progress right now, were quick little acrylics that I did of fruit on this beautiful blue plate that my friend Colleen lent me. It's from Heath Ceramics in San Francisco. So some persimmons from my friend Angela's tree on Colleen's plate. And some avocados from Safeway, an avocado from Safeway, again on the blue plate. And I'm working on doing a pomegranate on the blue plate. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. And next time I'll be showing you a painting step by step.